Yeah, I think that Dynamics 365 talent is challenging to get out there in the market, particularly talent that fits really how we like to drive customer value within our engagements. We build our business around, really being that expert in the manufacturing niche and driving customer value, through that, deep-seated experience in the manufacturing industry. So when you layer on the industry expertise on top of the Dynamics 365, you really narrow down that talent pool even further. So finding that experience, both industry, business, and technology. My name is Destry Rickard. I'm the VP of People for eLogic. We are a business that focuses on helping manufacturers bring their technology up to the new standards in intelligent enterprise, both with SAP and Microsoft technologies. So we've been in the Dynamics space for at least a decade. So that was one of the major changes that new leadership brought on board as we went through a generational change, a father-son transition about a decade ago, brought in Microsoft Dynamics and the Microsoft partnership, and we've been very successful in that. I think we're six-year Inner Circle member year over year. Last year, we're Worldwide Partner of the Year for Microsoft Dynamics Power Apps. So I would say just in the way that we differentiate to the market in terms of being a Dynamics partner and leading with that industry expertise. Certainly, Bon Patrick and you, Ryan, have differentiated to me and your services that you provide, and taking the time and really the extra effort to understanding our business, understanding the intricacies of that extra layer of industry expertise on top of just the Dynamics experience that we're looking for, and then bringing that out to market and really telling our story. So that extra step to understand our business is really what separated you in terms of being, a talent partner for me. So we typically see 2 to 3 candidates. They are very well prepped, very well positioned, and typically meet, all the criteria that we're looking for. I would also say that one of the really positive things in working with you that differentiates, Ryan and Bon Patrick from other services is the ability to listen and adjust as well. So just like our business is fast-paced and moving and adjusting, there are times, as we all know in recruiting, where that spec shifts a little bit, or what we felt the hiring manager was looking for, what our business really needed. After you see that first candidate, there's some slight tweaks or changes to that. And I've experienced in the past other, recruitment partners maybe not being able to make that pivot or that change and continuing with, that same spec and continuing then to send candidates that are now narrowly missing the mark. Whereas my experience with you has always been that, we can have that conversation and you really listen as we're talking about the business maybe changing or the feedback from initial candidates, so that second and third candidate, hit the mark, and we're super pleased with not taking a lot of time, as, my hiring managers are very busy, so they don't have a lot of time to interview, dozens of candidates for the role. So we appreciate hitting the mark right away. But, if we do need that calibration candidate, always having the ability to have that open conversation and making that adjustment tends to really produce great results in the second and third. So I might come from a little bit different perspective than some of your other clients, because as you know, I grew up in the recruitment world, in the external recruitment world in my own career. So I actually love recruiting and think that, it's through hiring strong talent that, as individuals who either own HR, own people, or own talent acquisition, it's really through that that we directly add to the success of the businesses in which we support. So my enjoyment really with working with a partner who listens and produces good results, and with a few candidates is able to hit the mark and really take the time for my business is time savings for me. So right now when I look across all of the different HR functions that I own, I know that talent acquisition is in a really good place because I have a really strong external partner. So that spec where we all go, well, that's a unicorn, probably doesn't exist out there. Knowing that I have the partnership with you is really great to know that I don't have to worry about getting that unicorn spec, because it's just, hey, let's call Ryan and he and I can really collaborate and work together on what we need. And he has great market intel, so he can tell me what the market's going to bear me. That way I can, help really inform the hiring managers on what to expect with the process. And I know I'm going to get some great candidates. So for me, it's maybe not stress or pressure. It's more just knowing that, I have good partnerships out there to be sure that we're adding a lot of value to the businesses in which we support. Again, I understand the value of that and having a partner. And whereas most people will say, they'll be fearful of making that investment in a search prior to seeing the results. I look at making that investment as, a key piece of solidifying our relationship. It's like, I'm willing to make the investment in you learning my business, and I will make the investment in you so that and bring my search to the top of the stack, right? I have the priority and have your time, and there's as much on the line for you as there is for me. And I think it's really in the synergy of that partnership and search where you find the best results. And so for me, that retained model is really, worth it in spades in terms of ROI and getting quality candidates, getting them quickly, and knowing that, I'm going to, have, your top priority as the market is crazy and there's lots of people looking for candidates right now. So, you need that strong partnership. And if I'm asking you to go out and work, I should be certainly willing to acknowledge that up front. Again, I think it's a great way to differentiate yourself as a Dynamics partner in the market, right? When everyone that you partner with externally speaks to your business as well. And so partnering with you, with Bon Patrick, with the Sizzle Search, it really helps elevate that role so that it isn't, just throwing spaghetti against the wall and hoping something sticks, right? Which is very much the buckshot approach that many other recruiters use. And I actually think it diminishes at the end of the day, not only does it diminish the recruiting firm's brand, but it diminishes the partner's brand that works with that firm. So, to me, the Sizzle package is all about, continuing that strong brand representation for eLogic in market, which includes a candidate market or an employment brand as well. And so to me, the Sizzle Search is well worth it. Yeah, I think whenever you're looking for that external partner who is in search, integrity probably is the number one thing that comes to mind. And that's really what I've experienced, working with you personally. This isn't something you're just trying out for a career. It is not something you're going to do for a little bit of time and then move on to something else. You do genuinely love search and love candidates, love learning about your partner's businesses. That's super impressive. But more than that, it really comes down to just the integrity. Anytime I ask you a straight question, I get a straight answer. In terms of representation of the candidates that you bring forward, it's always spot on. There's nothing missing or nothing shaded in what you're presenting them as. And we can have genuine conversations about, is this a good fit for this role? And then maybe is this role even what my business needs, or do we need to make some of those changes? And that really, having that transparency, the open communication and integrity in search, I think is one of the most important things. And that isn't something, as the leader goes, so goes the organization. So as you have proven to have that integrity with me, I know that anyone that is within your organization will show that as well.